Now, as Muslims across Nigeria prepare to celebrate Eid-el-Kabir, many are grappling with the harsh reality of skyrocketing prices for rams and essential food items. In Lagos, the situation places pressure on budget, dampening the festive spirit of many Muslim faithfuls. Now, our correspondent Okpeyemi Owosheni who went into town brings us the situation report.
Behind me is what used to be a bustling ram market, but it's a different situation this year as both buyers and sellers are struggling because of the increase in the prices of rams. Ram that used to sell for as low as 100,000 naira now sells for 250,000 naira and above.
Eid-el-Kabir, also known as the Festival of Sacrifice, is one of Islam's most significant celebrations, commemorating Prophet Ibrahim's unwavering faith and willingness to sacrifice his son. Traditionally, Muslims mark the day by slaughtering animals, mostly rams, as a symbol of obedience to God. But with the general decline in financial conditions, observing the tradition comes at a much higher cost.
The price of ram in this year is very expensive, more than the last year. The ram what we are selling last year here, like 150 ram now is going to 250. The one we are selling 300 is going to 450, 500.
Before you can buy this ram like 300 or 400, but like this our time around is 500, 600. It's too cost a lot. We too that we are buying it, we don't like to be buying it like this because the people that used to come and buy, they don't used to buy them sharply like the way we like. They suffer before we sell.
If you are talking about the bigger ones, that's where the issue is. The bigger rams, like there is one white there, that's big ram there. You can see there's another one there, big ram. So our big ram starting from 500 upward.
Sellers attribute the increase in the price of rams to currency devaluation and the closure of the border between Nigeria and next door neighbor Niger Republic.
Last month when we traveled, we heard that the border was closed. Niger border was closed because most of the Nigerians came to Nigeria and we buy from them too. So this leads to the increment of the prices.
Example like Sefa, where they are taking to Niger to buy ram. 1,000 Sefa now is going to 2,700 naira per 1,000 of Sefa. So before we are getting 1,000, before is 1,007, 1,006. Now it's crazy to 2,700 naira.
Yes, the inflation of the current economy is actually costing a lot, but we just don't know what's happening or why is that bad. It's crazy. It's crazy. The cheapest ram they're actually showing us here, very small though, very small, it's about 270. And this is something before you get for about 90, 100, maybe even 80 if you're lucky on a good day. But the inflation and the prices right now, man, it's not funny.
It's crazy. But you know, with the situation of the country, everything has gone up. Inflation in everything you're buying. The cost of ram this year is not the same with last year. It's more expensive this year than that of last year. The purchase of what we got last year was even better than what we're getting now, but we don't have a choice because Salah is around the corner. This is a basic thing that we ought to do.
It's a similar situation in the food market as well, as everyday food items like rice, beans, garri, and even pepper have seen a sharp rise.
So what here they take the buy pepper, not be like it before. Now when the pepper is too cost, as a layer they come. Even the people where they bring the market, nobody they like the carry motor they come they bring market. Person where them bring the market come, they hard in hand. People where they buy they suffer and tire. Sometimes you go fee buyer, what you buyer, your money no fit come back. Go just the suffer and the come back. Nothing when they inside this market.
Before we used to sell bag of rice 50,000, 40,000, but now it has increased to 60,000. That is for the short grain. Then for the long grain, 80,000, 75 last. Yes. So what more? And beans, you know, beans matters. The cost differs. Olonyi beans, you see Olonyi beans, a custard. Okay, honey beans, as we all know, custard is 7,000, 7,500. But before we used to sell it 5,000. So the cost of things is increasing day by day in this economy. So the economy is so bad.
Despite the hardship, many say they are grateful for the gift of life.
I'm healthy, so I thank God that I'm healthy and my family, they are healthy. That is a great thing.
The one thing we're grateful for regardless is we're alive, and we still have been alive. At least gives us a chance to be better tomorrow.
And for many more, regardless of the high cost of food items, the celebration must go on. Okpeyemi Owosheni, TV360 News, Lagos.